Trevor, how ready were you to get back out there this week?
Yeah, like I said, I just felt like my bye week was last week, and so I'm excited to be back out here.
How close were you to being able to play last time out?
I was fine. Let's not probably go down that road. A little bit of a shouting match, but always trust what the doctors are saying, and they're looking out for our best interests. And at the end of the day, we've only got one brain, and we're all going to be 55 and 60 someday. And I got 4 kids, and although I told them I was ready to go and ready to play, they took matters in their own hands just based off of what they thought and what they gathered from, I guess, people or whatever. So, but we're back. We're good.
Did you feel symptoms after the game, or when did you first start to feel something?
I knew something was going on during the game, and shoot, I mean, during the game when the other defense tells you they're about to do something and they do it, maybe you should believe them that they did it on purpose. And it was an unfortunate situation, that their linebacker got hurt, and I know their guys were, wanting to do something about it, and just unfortunate that, I was like, man, I don't know, just hopefully nothing happens. Let's just play good physical football, and then that happens. But it happened during the game. I felt it. I knew I was a little bit dazed, but at the same time, like, I had a pretty bad virus. I still kind of have the little trickles of it. It's like a 4-week deal, and so I wasn't really sure what was the virus, but I knew after the game and during the game I was a little bit fuzzy, but I felt good enough to execute, and I don't condone what I did in terms of standing there, but it's no fault of the team, no fault of the docs. I didn't report anything. I wanted to stay through and grind it out, and was able to get a win, and so thankful to Mario and the special teams, one of those historic type plays, but just glad we were able to get the win.
Good to come back at 4-0 then after Jake comes in and gets the win then.
Yeah, shoot, it's we've got a great team here, and Jake came in, did what he was supposed to do, and made some great throws, and stayed on the same page as Mark, and hopefully we can start kicking it up a notch and really getting this team into gear, because I think we've only started to scratch the surface of who we're going to be.
What are your thoughts on facing Calgary this week? What kind of challenge does that present?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't think anybody scored a touchdown in the first 3 quarters on this defense. They make things very difficult on you, because the best defenses they don't do 65 different coverages. They play what they play, and they get really, really good at it, and they make things difficult for you. And so, to some degree, you know what you're going to get, but we also know that they're going to give us looks that we haven't seen before. They're going to keep us guessing and show us a few things that they haven't shown yet this year. And this is pro football, and so we're going to do the same thing. But we're excited about the challenge. They bring a great challenge to us, but we think we bring a great challenge to them as well.
It's country night on Friday. You're a country guy, aren't you? Is this made to order for 7?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I grew up riding in the truck with my dad, and he just play old school country, and to this day I love country and gospel music, and so yeah.
So after that injury, I guess, on that play prior to you getting hit, there was something said to you, towards your offense?
I think it was just one of those things they wanted to get even for their guy, and unfortunately, I felt awful for George, and he's a great player, and it's just an unfortunate situation, and I don't think that, who knows if it was on purpose. I'm not saying that. I'm not accusing him, but just felt like I didn't really feel like it was a clean one, but it is what it is, and I don't think he's a dirty player. He's a good football player, and just an unfortunate situation.
Fine for the hit. Is that justice enough then what happened?
That's for all y'all to decide. I got my own opinion on it, but
you'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Did Calgary kind of put people on notice, because they've handled Winnipeg pretty good, better than people might have expected them to?
I thought Calgary's been a great football team this year, from the jump, and they played in a monsoon and lost the game against Ottawa, and they've got a great leader over there with Vernon. He's leading the troops, and he gets guys to believe in what they're doing, and he has an infectious belief. He's a great football player, a great leader, and I love that guy. And they have a great defense, and it's a scheme that is giving people trouble, and they're continuing to make plays, and 9 and 6 are really the key of their defense. Creef, as we know very well, and Damon Webb are really good, and their defensive ends can really rush the passer, and so it's going to be on us to make sure we keep them off balance and try and exploit some of the things that they're doing, but we know that they're very, very good at what they do, and so we've got to be on our P's and Q's rather.
Trevor, some media people like saying, oh, the quarterback's out on the sideline, so it gives him a different perspective from the game and he can learn more. Is that BS?
What do you mean?
Can you learn more from that perspective, or is that just something we're saying to be nice?
It's BS. I want to play.
So
I done learned enough from sitting for my first 3.5 years. I don't want to sit no more.
So you had an opportunity during the bye week, I'm sure, being the student that you are, looking at your offense. What did you learn about your group?
That were very close. That were very close. You know, it's a lot of just minor details, and it's often the details of the details. You know, it's split, and it's depth, and it's timing, and it's making the extra block, the certain leverage, the certain angle that would come out of a break and cut. And unfortunately, we're down Sam and Shafe and have been for a while, and those are two of our good guys. But we're having guys step up and play good football, and so we're excited about the challenge that Calgary brings this week, and we know that they're gonna bring lots of energy coming off of their Stampede Bowl win or whatever it was. But we're going to be excited about this weekend as well.
When I heard about your diagnosis, the first thing that me, being a nerd, thought was yeah, but he made that throw to Myers that went for 70, and he really threaded the needle so precisely. How were you able to do that despite some of the things you were encountering?
I mean, shoot, I think like sometimes when you have certain symptoms, it doesn't mean like you're brain dead. And I've been playing this game quite a long time, and so when I get to play to Keyshawn, just trust Mueller's going to get guys open, and I, just tried to just do my best out there. And, unfortunately, there was a few times where I was a little bit, clouded. But like I said, I couldn't tell if it was the virus or, anything. I was just a little bit fuzzy, but I felt good enough to play and didn't think it was noteworthy to say anything. And then after the game, I think the adrenaline kind of wears off, and I just got like super tired and down, and just one of those deals. But we ended up getting the win, and we got the win last week, so we're on to this week and hopefully go 1-0 this week.
We did hear from Jake all week that, he did credit you for a lot of his preparation. How close is that quarterback room, and also how important is it to have all four of those guys a part of those decisions?
Jake's bullcrapping you guys, man. That's a good football player. He knows what he's doing. He's had plenty of success without me, but I do appreciate it. We've been working really well together, and he's a tremendous football player. He'll be a franchise quarterback again in this league, and he's one of those guys where I like to pick his brain sometimes too. And so we've all kind of, like my favorite book, the Bible says, iron sharpens iron, and so we'll continue to do so. But he's bullcrapping. He don't learn nothing from me.
Rhythm, play to play, week to week, is that how it works for the offense, or does it reset at 0 every week?
Always reset at 0. Assess where we were last week, find ways to sharpen our axe and cut down the next tree. I think one of my favorite quotes is, if you gave me 4 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 3 hours sharpening my axe. And so it's about just making sure that we're sharp going into the game. And to me, like making sure that we're focused on us and understanding what their scheme is, but yes, making sure we're on our P's and Q's.